97.1, The Ticket. Well, we're halfway through the work week. Good morning, everyone. Good morning to Jeff Rieger, who's in for Stoney all week long. Heather Park is in studio.
Yes.
Good morning, Tom Milliken. We got the gang all here. Paul Serra is behind the glass there for Greg Hargrave, who is also on vacation. I hope everybody is getting their plans ready for a terrific 4th of July celebration weekend. Looks like the weather is going to be good this weekend.
Fingers crossed, yes.
Hoping that the rain that we've experienced over the last, 5-6 days, 10 days, I don't know how long it's been. It seems like it's been raining forever. And again, yesterday we had some torrential downpours. But good morning, Jeff. How are you?
Guys, you look wonderful. You do. I'm fantastic. By the way, I just want to tell people, Heather brought in the disc golf.
Oh, I know.
She brought in Collins drivers, his fairway, they're not called woods, frisbees, and the putters. Yeah, it's kind of fun.
Mm-hmm. I still have to get outside. I want to see you actually release one. Really, really throw one and see if you can do it.
Yeah, so we have a
That's what
field
she
trip.
said.
We've got a field trip planned. She put it on a tee for you.
I want to see, she's going to outthrow me.
Oh, I don't think
Absolutely.
so.
Oh, I'm pretty positive.
Yeah,
if I was a betting man, I would put money
Really?
on Heather Park over Jeff Rieger. Did you see the video of us racing?
No.
Oh,
No.
That wasn't fair.
it wasn't
When did
fair.
that happen?
That wasn't fair.
All right, so
you were here.
It
No,
was
I wasn't.
Maybe it was during the pandemic.
Yeah, she wasn't here.
Yeah, we were at home.
Yeah, and so at one
Like
of the
a foot
breaks,
race.
a
You were
foot race,
running.
we started at the doors coming into the station.
Okay.
And we went opposite ways.
We went opposite ways and raced. And Doug Karsh was in his office,
Bastard.
looking out the window. He saw me plod by, which I'm not gonna make it sound like I'm greased lightning.
Yeah.
I plodded by, and he got his camera out and videotaped Rieger. Gang put it on his Twitter account. We'll have to find it
I
because
have to
it's
see it.
hilarious. And then said, what does this look like? And people were putting memes up there that were, to me, hilarious. And I'm hoping that it was mildly funny to you, Mr. Rieger.
I had no idea what was going on. All I know, Heather, is a quick backstory. So I'm working with John a whole week, right? You were at home. It's all coming back to me. And John, at times, walks with a bit of a limp.
A strut.
Yeah, a strut, exactly. So I've seen him walk around. And, of course, in my mind, I'm like, I've been running a little bit. I can beat a former NFL player at something athletic.
I mean, there's a huge height difference, though, too. So,
I didn't think about
Strides,
that.
yes.
Yeah,
I didn't think about the strides.
Okay.
I'm not that complex.
And he also didn't put into his calculations the will to win or the hatred of defeat.
Yeah.
And can you imagine what we would be talking about every single, the opening of every show that I would do with him if I had lost that race?
You think it'd only be a show with you? Every time I'm on the air. Every time I go anywhere.
Yes.
Guys, hi, Jeff Rieger.
Yes,
I beat
it's
John
been
Hanson in a race.
65 days since I beat John in a race.
It was the greatest achievement of my life. No, he crushed me. I really thought the crazy thing was, I saw you in the back running by when we crossed paths. And in my head, I'm like, you're doing all right. I forgot that the door is closer to one side than the other.
Right.
So by the time you got back around the building, you had less to run. Yeah, you smoked.
Oh, no, I had more to run when we covered. The door is closer to this side, which I started going.
Oh, you're right.
I started going north, and you went south.
No, but that's my point. You had less to run. So I thought it was doing
To
pretty
start, yeah.
I thought it was doing pretty well, and then I'm like, oh crap, he's got less in the end.
And the only thing I thought, making the final turn, as I turned around the building, if I see Jeff Rieger make that turn before I am,
You're gonna hit me.
I am just going to continue to run, and that would have been the last show I did. I just
Oh my gosh.
right down 96.
Trust me, I mean, you probably know this about me. I don't win a whole lot. I would have never, ever let you forget that. Ever.
Yes, I know that. And that is also the laughter of one Tom Milliken. We can't see him yet on Zoom, but Tom is joining us on today's show.
I can't get on the Zoom. It keeps saying waiting.
It keeps saying
So I
waiting.
restarted my phone and I'm in the process of doing that.
Well, I have to.
It's still easier to get on Zoom than it is to get in one ball.
Why don't you use your pool, get another mic in here, Tom? Then you can be in the studio.
Yeah, when are we going to get that fourth mic in there? It only was asked for a little over a month ago.
That's all right. I think the computer at that station works better.
So, something amazing happened at this radio station last night. And Jeff's going to explain what it is. But I saw something even more amazing last night.
Are you talking about
Which
the
one
most?
do you want to go with first?
Let's go with the most overworked man in the city of Detroit.
No. That's a joke. Come on.
Yeah, Wojo.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that was the amazing thing. So the Heather is dying over here. So for anybody that knows Wojo, and Tom is right, it's the most amazing thing ever. I don't think Tom can beat this. Anybody that knows Wojo, I work with him every day. He doesn't stay past 8, and usually he works 50-minute shows. So yesterday, Tigers get rained out. There's nobody else here. Wojo is solo. And somebody tweets me at like 8:30. Rieger, you're missing it. Wojo's on past 8 o'clock. I'm like, no way. I turn on the radio. Sure enough, the dude's on past 8. I'm like, of course. I beg him to stay every night. He never does. Wojo worked past 8. The most amazing thing in sports.
It must have been the conversation on trading, or not trading, but not taking Cade Cunningham with that first overall pick, which we're going to get into later in the show in the 8 o'clock hour. I know that he came up with a bunch of different scenarios, and he was trying to couch the topic by saying, this is not my opinion, I'm just throwing it out there, let's have a discussion. I'm guessing that one is what carried him over, because I'm finding that people are on one side. Nobody rides the fence on this. You're either all in for Cade, and there is no discussion that you will listen to think that, one, you would even trade that pick, or you would take Jalen Green, or you would take, Mobley or anybody else, or you're all in on one of the other guys. There's nobody that says, yeah, I'm good either way.
No, people are very convinced that Cade's the guy because they think he's going to be a star. But Tom, what is your amazing thing?
Well, first off, on the Cade thing, I will say this about Wojo, and we can explain this. He's on at 9:35 today.
If he's on.
He's slightly apprehensive, and that bothers me because he did the same thing with Reggie Bush, and he was right. But, go ahead.
Oh, no, I agree with Wojo. I have stats, too. I don't think Cade is slam dunk number 1.
Well, he's not a Zion. He's not a LeBron. He's not some of those guys, Anthony Davis, where it's just clear-cut better than everybody else. I do think there are some things that Cade Cunningham
The thing
does.
is, he has the upside and potential to be a better player than Devin Booker and Donovan Mitchell. And that's why you have to take him.
Well, and the other reason you have to take him is because of Troy Weaver and the team that he is assembling. I feel like Cade Cunningham fits with Troy Weaver better than anybody else, fits with what Troy Weaver is putting together with this group of young talent and his mindset. And we mentioned this. He committed to Oklahoma State. They went on probation, and he said, I'm honoring my commitment. I think that is a huge selling point for Troy Weaver and the Detroit Pistons.
See, I totally disagree with Troy Weaver. He's a contrarian. He's a free thinker. Just because everybody else thinks Cade's the number 1 overall pick, I think he's one of those guys. Everything you read, hell, everything he's already shown, he's one of those guys that he's not afraid to do the unpopular thing if he believes it's right for his team. And I think there's a better fit out there.
Jeff, I'll just say this quick. I said this, and maybe you guys didn't hear it because you don't get up early. To me, here's the argument to take him. Consensus number 1s over the last 25 years. Obviously, he's not LeBron. He's not AD. He's not a couple of the other guys. I would actually say he's a better consensus number 1 overall pick than Derrick Rose. And that guy won an MVP. You got to take him. You can't get cute. This is where you don't get cute. This is where sports talk radio hosts like to get, let's stir the pot.
I want to stir.
But let me say quick, okay. The amazing thing I saw last night, Little League Baseball, one of our players turned an unassisted triple play.
What position?
Third base.
Oh, did he realize he did it?
They had second and third, nobody out. We threw a pitcher out there for the first time he ever pitched. They hit a pop-up to third, kind of a liner pop-up. It was like a tweener. He caught it, ran to third, had the awareness to run to third, and the kid from second was going to third, and he tagged him.
He should retire. Better than that.
I told him, I said, you will never do that again, and if you do, I'll give you $100. So track me down if you ever go pro. I might be
Well, he
dead.
doesn't have to do it in the pros. I mean, he could do
Just
it in high
ever
school.
again.
Yeah.
I know. But think about that. The odds.
Wow.
What was
you
his
seen that,
parents
John?
doing?
I've not seen that. No.
That's
It's a triple play at what? Which son was it? Was it 7 or 10?
10 years old. It wasn't my son. It was a player on his team.
Right,
Shoot,
yeah.
I'll give him a shout out. Everybody's breaking rules around here these days. Aaron Barr, there you go.
Aaron Barr, congratulations.
Yes. Unassisted triple play. Only here on the morning show.
And the
Which
team also
apparently nobody
turned-
gets up early for.
No, not us anyway.
The team also turned a relay from the outfield. So they had a guy on first and a kid on the other team crushed it. Went way past our left field. Their left fielder guns at the shortstop, and the shortstop throws him out at home.
Somebody hit the cutoff man at 10 years old.
Yes.
Yeah, but
Dude,
this-
it was amazing.
You witnessed one of the great Little League games of all time.
Yeah, we lost. We can't hit
Still
anymore.
breaking. I'm just curious, does anybody ever throw a run around trying to steal?
Yes.
Really? See, I think that's more impressive than hitting the cutoff guy.
Oh no.
And not at that
No,
age,
not
Jeff.
at
You got a
that
lot to
age.
learn.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
daughter hates that.
John, I will say this. I know you've coached some, and obviously you played and you understand. When you see something pay off from what you practice, it's a thing of beauty.
Oh, and no question it's a thing of beauty. Especially at this time of the year when you've seen it not happen so many times. You've practiced it over and over and over again. And then to see a triple play, which came first? The triple play or hitting the cutoff man?
The triple play came first.
Oh,
So we
you were
couldn't
already
hit.
riding
We were
it.
like in this 2-2 grinder game. You know, we played 6 innings. That's rare at that age because usually time comes 1st. And it was just a great defensive game, and they were grinding. We can't hit.
Tom,
All right, that's enough about my
Yeah,
dad.
the time came first. Hey, you know what the time is?
very quickly, I need to read this ticket text. I'm sorry to cut you off.
It's all right.
An assistant triple, a triple play with 2 running errors. It's not the same thing, even though he's a little kid.
And that's the world of ticket text. Let's criticize a 10-year-old during a triple play.
Just
That's
enjoy
why I
the
wanna get
moment.
that in there.
Just enjoy the moment. And I tell you what, there is a moment that we haven't experienced for 2 years. We're going to get to that at 6:35. But next we have Heather with news.
So for the first time in over a year, Lions fans are going to be able to do this. Plus, I'm going to tell you why a man is facing charges over some McDonald's dipping sauces.
Don't short it on the sauce. 97.1 The Ticket.
97.1 The Ticket. Traffic.
From the WWJ AM 950 Traffic Center, this report brought to you by Mastercraft Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electrical. 94 eastbound remains closed from Michigan Avenue to 96 due to flooding cleanup. The DuckDuckGo route you can trust is Michigan Avenue 96 or 75. The westbound side has been reopened, but there's right lane closure near West Grand Boulevard. For fast service of AC, plumbing, or electrical, call Mastercraft Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electrical. 37 years in the business. Free in-home estimates on Train AC and furnace. Mastercraft Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electrical. Visit mastercraftheating.com. I'm Michelle Pena with traffic.
Summer's here and the sports betting action is heating up at BetMGM. Ready to feel some playoff excitement in hockey and basketball? Sign up with BetMGM using the bonus code STONEY, STONEY, and your first wager is totally risk-free up to $600. When you register with BetMGM, you also get instant access to a variety of parlay selection features, live betting options, player props, and daily boosted odds specials on your favorite sports. Whether you're a fan of MLS or MLB, you can make every goal and home run mean so much more with the king of sportsbooks. Change game time into showtime. Download the BetMGM app or go to BetMGM.com and enter the bonus code STONEY to get back up to $600 on your very first wager. You're just a few taps away from turning a small bet into a big victory dance. New customer offer. Paid and free bets must be 21 or older. Michigan only. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help. Excludes Michigan. Disassociated person.
Drowning in IRS debt? If you can't afford to pay your IRS debt due to economic hardship, you can now be free of IRS collection efforts by taking advantage of a special IRS tax hardship program. This program allows Americans who owe the IRS to resolve their delinquent tax debt once and for all. In some cases, maybe even reducing what you owe significantly. An open phone line has been established by Community Tax for consumers to call and see if they qualify. simply dial 800-305-6290. If you owe back taxes to the IRS and cannot afford to pay them back or have years of unfiled tax returns, help is standing by. Just call the Community Tax Helpline today at 800-305-6290 for the help that you need. Don't take on the IRS alone. They can attack your wages, savings, pension, home, and even your Social Security check. Call 800-305-6290 to see if you qualify. That's 800-305-6290.
We asked people in Michigan why they got the COVID-19 vaccine.
Because I am pregnant and we wanted to protect our baby boy.
I believe in the science.
Protect my friends and help our community.
I'm ready to get back to somewhat normal. I want to hug my grandma again.
COVID-19 vaccines are tested for safety and trusted by doctors. Find a vaccine near you at michigan.gov/COVID vaccine. A message from the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services. The Michigan Department of Health and Human Services would like to remind you that when you get your COVID-19 vaccine, there may be side effects, like cash prizes, a free vacation, or a trip to the Super Bowl. For a limited time, when you get your vaccine at select area pharmacies, you'll be eligible to win a treasure trove of amazing prizes. Don't miss your shot to win big. Schedule your vaccine today. For details, visit michigan.gov/vax2win.
97.1 The Ticket in Elliston Brewery has teamed up to create 97.1 The Ticket American Lager. This flavor from American Lager won't let you down. Your favorite team does. Look for 97.1 The Ticket American Lager by Elliston Brewery on draft inside Comerica Park. Must be 21. Enjoy responsibly.
Lowe's wants you to bring the whole family back together this July 4th. We have new lower prices on select bag molds starting at $2.88 a bag. And add some sizzle with $50 off select Weber Genesis gas grills. Make this holiday one worth remembering. Summer savings continue this July 4th, so stop by Lowe's in-store or online. Lowe's, home to any budget, home to any possibility. While supplies last, selection of products available may vary by location. Valid 6/24-7/7. U.S. only. World Shopper excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
The motto for world-class competition has always been faster, higher, stronger. It's the same for Navien, makers of condensing tankless water heaters. Faster to install and set up. Higher performance and efficiency to provide endless hot water. Stronger with the industry's strongest warranty. All because of the copper-free stainless steel heat exchanger built in every unit. Learn about Navien's condensing tankless water heaters and find a Navien contractor at tanklessmadesimple.com. That's tanklessmadesimple.com.
If an education can help you prepare for a career change, here's an opportunity. University of Phoenix is awarding up to $1 million in new scholarships this month. You could earn between $2,000 and $3,000 in a non-cash tuition scholarship. See which one you may qualify for at phoenix.edu.
How do you keep a workout fresh every day?
Clap it up, Peloton. Let's do this.
By getting everything from endurance rides to restorative yoga, all right at home. The Peloton Bike. Nothing like working out from home. Visit onepeloton.com to learn more. Do you have an opinion? Of course you do. Call the D Las Vegas 911 Ticket Studio line at 248-539-9797. The D Las Vegas. The home of Detroit sports in Vegas.
Odyssey is your new home for all the audio that matters to you. Download the Odyssey app today.
Yesterday, the Tigers game was postponed. They will play a doubleheader today. The first one starts at 4:10, second one at 7:10, and respectively, Jose Urena will start the first one, Willie Peralta with the second one. NBA playoffs, the East Finals between the Hawks and Bucks tied at 2 apiece. Hawks took game 4 last night, 110-88, even without Trae Young. We'll get a chance to talk about that even more later in the show, but we got Heather with news right now.
So you guys, whoa, 1 second.
Oh,
there's something happening with my headphones. They were like uneven, and I could only hear in one ear, and it was really awkward. Anyway, you might have seen this huge chunk of the pictured rocks collapsed on Saturday, and it was all caught on video. The video, it's actually really, really wild to see this large section of just rock face just plummeted into to Lake Superior below. And the boaters who were able to capture this on video, they said that they could hear the cliff wall popping. So they could hear it before it actually happened. And then about 60 seconds later, this section, they say it was about approximately 200 feet wide, just fell. And then they say the splash and the wave afterward were very, very dramatic. Thankfully, nobody was hurt, because I remember when this happened.
Kayakers.
Yes, it happened 2 years ago, and it actually happened the day after I was kayaking right